Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 79 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on spontaneity. So, yay for day 79! 21 days to go. Okay. Oy. So today's spontaneity. I don't know what today's spontaneity is. uh, Today was just one of those days where I just was like, I don't want to do anything and I don't feel like I did anything surprisingly spontaneous. So I'm just kind of like, what did I do that was spontaneous today? And I'm kind of trying to rack my brain for anything spontaneous to put in my video because I want to make my video and I'm supposed to be doing spontaneous things, and I need to remember to pray to ask Heavenly Father what spontaneous things I need to be aware of today or notice today or that I need to do for the day, because I think when I do that there's lots more spontaneous things and I learn a lot more from those videos. So the most spontaneous thing I can think of today is I knew I had to go to work today. I just didn't want to go to work. I was having one of those days where I was just sitting on my couch and playing games on my phone and trying to convince myself to get dressed and go to work, and it just wasn't working. And then just randomly, spontaneously, I logged into my app on my phone for work. And I was like, what the heck did I do that for? I'm like, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of work, whatever, but I guess I should start getting dressed. And then I got work. There was work for me to do. So I was like, oh, crap, I need to get dressed and go to work. So I just threw some clothes on and ran out the door with, also threw some food and stuff together to take with me and ran out the door for work. And then, of course, my landlord comes out and I'm like, I'm trying to leave. I got work to do. And he's like, any idea when you're going to be able to? And I just interrupted him and I said, tomorrow. Because I already knew what he wanted and I already knew the answer. So I'm like, and I was in a hurry. And then I realized that was probably a little bit rude, but I was like, I'm good. And then he asked me about the roasting pan. I bought one of those aluminum roasting pans to roast the turkey, and it was like $3 at the grocery store because I don't have a regular one and I don't roast turkeys on a regular basis. And I didn't want another piece of cooking. I have a lot of dishes. I didn't want any more dishes, and I didn't want to have to wash stuff when I was done. So when I took him all the turkey leftovers, shavings, whatever I didn't take, apparently he decided to clean it out and wash it and give it back to me. And I was like, I don't want it. So he's like, well, you can't recycle it, so I guess we'll just throw it away. And I'm like, well, that was my plan, but I wasn't really planning on reusing it. I don't know, maybe you can reuse those aluminum pans until they fall apart, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really planning on using it again. So don't plan on making Thanksgiving again. I mean, that was fun. It was a nice little experience, but no, I'd rather make the pie or the rolls and just take that to somebody else's house and call it good. So anyway, so that was kind of random that he brought that back, and then he was like, do you want this? And I'm like, why would I want that? But some people do. I know my grandma, she used to, well, one of my grandmas, the one from Washington, she used to always collect everything. She would even save butter wrappers so she could reuse them like aluminum foil. She's like, you can't throw anything away. But she grew up in the Depression, so she was very much like, you can't throw anything away. So being a pack rat kind of runs in my family because of that. Well, in part because of that, I'm sure. So I just am trying not to collect any more things. So anyway, and what my landlord wanted to know is when I was going to be able to pay the utilities that are not due for another 2 days, 3 days, whatever. So I'm like, they're kind of not technically due right now, but I'm like, I'm going to work right now and I will be able to pay you tomorrow. So it's like, yeah. So I mean, I knew what he wanted. But I'm also grateful that I knew the answer to that I had the money for that. So it wasn't really like I was annoyed with him for asking, because I technically owe him the money. But I'm like, it's not the due date yet, for one. And for two, I was just in a hurry to go somewhere because I actually chose to log into work from home instead of, usually I get out and ready, and I'm all headed to work before I actually log in for work. So I'm like all calm and peaceful and ready to go. And I was like, I just was not motivated in moving. So apparently I needed to just log in while I'm sitting in my house and not dressed and be like, all right, now I'm just going to run. But it worked out, and I'm grateful that I went to work. And I'm sorry I don't have anything else that's like spontaneous. That's the only thing I can think of for my day. But I am grateful that I went and that it worked out, and that's all I have for today. So if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and maybe find something fun and spontaneous to do.